Hey everybody, I'm here in a very sunny Manchester. It's at I'm at the Royal Northern College of Music, the RNCM Day of Percussion, and it's actually their 30th anniversary year. Some amazing things on today, featuring Jim Kilpatrick, Rachel Thom, Ash Soan's going to be doing the drum kit section of the day. Dave Hassel is going to be doing something. There's stuff for tune players, world percussion. There's something for everybody. And as I said, they're celebrating their 30th anniversary. So it's great to be here today. I've been to most of them, showing my age now a little bit. So I'm going to try and get an overview of the day and try and catch a few interviews with some of the people performing along the day. I've been very lucky to see some incredible drummers here over the years, such as Ralph Salmins, Dave Mattox, the legendary Ed Thigpen. So I'm sure today's going to be fabulous as well. So it's a bit noisy in the background, so I'm going to get myself in. So see you shortly.
Now you can't play it too loud, and my colleague in the BBC Philarmonic, Paul Turner, our principal timpanist, was recently playing one in a piece, and I think the composer was expecting it to sound fortissimo. The only way you can actually get it to twang louder is literally push your fingers hard, and then you get this really horrible buzzing sound.
Bruce Parry from Sabian, who does sales and market support. And now, Bruce, thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Obviously, you're a real loyal supporter of the RNCM Day of Percussion.
Yes.
We've seen you here pretty much every time, and I didn't realise from talking before, you've got quite a rich history with this place.
Yes, so I was a student here.
Yeah.
Graduated however many years ago.
We won't talk about that.
And I was involved. I was a student here with the first event, and then I did a fellowship and was asked to help organise the second one, and then for my sins ended up doing about 18 years of organising this event. So
Wow.
yeah, I've got a long history.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a great time.
And it's a fantastic event, isn't it? I mean, the artists that are on are world class.
Yes.
The venue is world class. For those that have never had the look of being here yet, the two venues, it's all in one venue. They're side by side, aren't they?
So the RNCM has what people would call a concert hall,
Yeah.
and they have an opera theatre. They're at 90 degrees to each other in the building, basically, but they're all accessed from one concourse. I mean, it's the perfect venue for an event like this. You've got one artist playing in, say, the concert hall. Meanwhile, the next artist will be on in the theatre, and they're all setting up with plenty of time. And then the guy in the theatre finishes, and he can take his time to answer questions and speak to the audience. There's a small break. Meanwhile, the next event can get on, and the guy can clear out of the theatre, and the next guy's going to install. So it works really brilliantly. All the entrances and exits from the theatre and the opera theatre come out onto this area here where the trade are. So the trade we're happy because we're not stuck away in some, little forsaken place in the everybody
You've got to walk past it, haven't you?
So that's great. And over the years it's become, it's almost, I wouldn't say it's institutionalized, but everybody knows that it's here.
Of course.
And obviously everything suffered through COVID, but it's a great event.
It's a great day, and we were talking about this earlier. Value for money. I think it's 6 sessions that are on today, and there's something for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
Including Ash Soan, who's a household name for most drummers, musicians. 6 sessions, and I think £25.
I mean, unbelievable value.
Yeah.
So I know from my time when I was involved, we always try to make sure there's a balance of clinicians on, covering all different topics. So you might not be into jazz vibraphone, but you will be into hand percussion or drum set or whatever. So there's something for everybody. And I would argue that even if you don't think you're into jazz vibraphone, these people are world-class teachers. They will be saying stuff about learning in general that you can apply to yourself into whatever you're into. So, it's one of those events where I would argue, when it is, put it in the diary, pay your money because you will not be disappointed.
Exactly. Do you know what? If you come away from a day like this without picking something up or not being inspired, then I don't think you've got a pulse, I'll be honest.
Yeah. You need to go and check yourself into A&E.
Absolutely. So you've got an incredible display of cymbals and different bits and pieces here. Obviously, I'll be showing the pictures as we're talking. So your day, you're not selling to the public. This is just to like raise awareness of what Sabian do.
Unlike drum set, orchestral cymbals aren't so easily available.
Yeah.
And that's not just for the UK, it's most countries. So I have an orchestral background.
Yeah.
And I initially started working for Sabian as a band and orchestral specialist. So that's my kind of gig, if you like. Of course. So I bring these as much as anything for people to be able to touch, feel, see, get an idea for, speak to me. I can give advice and stuff. So my thing is about just being here. People can see the product, which I'd say is quite hard for people to see normally in the rest of the year. And just be here for people to experience the product and see what we do.
Well, fantastic. Look, thanks for joining me today.
It's a pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you next year, all being well.
Yeah, absolutely. Every year without fail.
Thank you. See you soon. So here we are at the RNCM Day of Percussion, and I've just witnessed an incredible clinic with the fabulous Jim Kilpatrick and Rachel Thom. We'll be speaking to Rachel a little bit later on. Jim, amazing clinic.
Yeah, thank you. It was great. Well attended.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, first clinic in the morning, Sunday morning. I thought nobody's going to be here. And when I stepped on stage, it was like more full than anything else. It was great.
Absolutely.
Great crowd.
And you've done it a few times over the years, haven't you?
Done this one many times,
Yeah.
and haven't done it for a few years now. But was delighted to get the phone call and the invite to come back down.
Well, especially as it's the 30th anniversary as well.
And that was extra special.
Yeah.
So I was really honoured to do that.
And how do you find preparation for something like this? Because obviously you're not showing what you do to pipe band drummers. You're showing it could be drum kit players, could be orchestral players. Is it difficult to prepare for, or is it quite straightforward?
I think it's quite straightforward because the rudiment's a rudiment regardless of what language you're saying it in.
Yeah.
And but I think the nice thing for me is rudiments is not something that the mainstream the classical percussionists would really concentrate on too much. Of course they do it, and it's part of their education and college and all that, music college, for their exams, but it's not the be-all and end-all of their performance-related career.
Yeah.
So from that side, it's great for me just to run through start at the basics and build it up simple and show them how we can create all the different patterns and rhythms and phrases using simple rudiments.
Sure. And it's really effective what you did, and obviously you can take the rudiments to extremes, which I know nobody wants to show off too much, but you show it in such a really nice way and quite self-effacing with it. But it's nice to show what you can actually achieve with the practice that you put in.
Yeah, it's tempting to go a little bit selfish, but people. I don't know if everybody needs to see you going a million miles an hour all the time. I think showing them how you can play rudiments with feel and control and precision is more important.
Yeah, I totally agree. But every now and then, it's nice to see some fireworks, isn't it?
And I do.
Yeah, every day's bonfire day.
Every day's
bonfire night,
day,
I should say.
Night.
But and one more thing before we go. Obviously, we're in Manchester now. The drums that both you and Rachel are on are kind of home for the day, aren't they? So obviously,
Yeah,
just
not
talk
far
about
away.
the beautiful British Drum Company drums you've been playing on.
Well, the two drums that we played on the theatre today was the Axial, the
Yeah.
British Drum Axial drums,
Yep.
snare drums, and obviously produced not far from where we're
course.
standing right now by British Drum. And it's great. It's revolutionised pipe band snare drum instruments.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be part of that team. I'm
yeah.
proud to be part of that team.
Sure.
And you know, all the guys are great guys.
Yes.
They're in it for the right reasons, and they know the business.
Yeah.
And they're all players as well, which
Absolutely.
is also a big
Makes a
big
difference,
thing.
doesn't it?
Big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Absolutely.
Because, it's they get it, and they're passionate, and they definitely are making great instruments.
Sure.
Not only in the pipe band and marching side, the drum kit side as well.
Yeah.
So long may it continue.
Indeed. Look, Jim, thanks so much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Enjoy the
talking to
concert
you.
this evening.
We are definitely
Cheers.
will.
Really pleased to be joined by Rachel Thom. Rachel's just finished the drum clinic with the wonderful Jim Kilpatrick. That was amazing, Rachel. Awesome stuff.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you.
good. Your first drum clinic, I believe.
It was, yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
First one. It was great.
Yeah?
It was brilliant.
And it's still pretty early in the morning. I think it was around about 11 o'clock
Yep.
when you did it. So, explain to us, how did you end up working with Jim?
Yeah, so I kind of knew Jim since I was a little kid, and basically Jim is like everyone's idol. So I was just the exact same as any other kid, and Jim, I went up and I picked up a drum from Jim, and we just got talking and things like that. And yeah, he basically, down the line when I turned 18, left school, he basically asked me if I wanted to start working for him, which is pretty cool.
So it's a kind of a pinch yourself moment, especially
Yeah,
for a pipe
oh,
band
yeah.
drummer. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
very much so, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, every drum kit player and percussionist knows who Jim is, you know, let alone pipe band drummers.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
you know, that really is kind of dream come true stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it? And I guess you go all over the world now and...
Yeah, so in 2018, I actually went to... 2020.
Yeah.
I actually went to America for the first time.
To Nam?
To Nam,
Yeah, COVID year.
Yes, COVID year. So there's a lot of firsts, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just great.
Ah, fantastic. So, what age were you when you started playing? Because I'm sure lots of youngsters in there, young girls going, I want to do that. You know, what age were you when you started?
Yeah, so I was 11 when
Okay.
I started. So I think that's kind of classed as being late to start and
Wow.
playing pipe band
Okay.
snare drum. It's mainly through families people actually start, but for myself it was through school. So yeah, I was 11 years old.
Oh,
So
well, okay. And have you ever done kit as well? Has it always just been...
I've kind of tried. I've tried to do kit, and I still really like to play kit. So yeah, I'm getting there.
Watch this space, eh?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, amazing. Well, look, good luck for the rest of the
Thank
day. I
you
know
very
you've got
much.
a concert this evening, so I hope
Yep.
that goes well.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Rachel.
Cheers.
So I'm thrilled to be joined by Matt Nolan of Nolan Cymbals. How you doing, Matt? You okay?
Very well, thanks. Yeah.
Very good. It's nice to see you. You're a good supporter of the Royal Northern Day of Percussion. I've seen you here quite a few years now.
Try to be, yes.
Yeah, and do you enjoy something you enjoy doing coming here?
Very much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to get feedback from new people, young people,
Sure.
professional people.
And I have to say, I mean, you kind of showcase your products, which are kind of unusual, some of them.
Some of them are more unusual
Yeah,
than others, yes.
I mean, you can see this behind us here. Now, let's have a little look at this. Obviously, you're out of shot for this. Can you explain what this is?
It's the light on it.
There we go.
This is a batwing gong, so it's a sculptural gong.
Can we hear it? Just hopefully it'll pick up all right on this.
See if we can, without overloading the...
Yeah. Pretty amazing. Absolutely beautiful. So let's have a look. Obviously, you've got a huge array of triangles as well. We've got a beautiful tam-tam here. Well, is it a tam-tam or a gong?
Tam-tam,
It is
yes.
a tam-tam.
Traditional sound.
Okay.
Try to get this
Here
going.
we go. Now that is serious depth to that. Beautiful. And there's one more thing that caught my eye, and that is this little. I don't know how would you describe this?
Another little sculptural one. This is what I call a spinning moon gong.
Spinning moon gong.
So the idea is actually it's on one string, is to make it spin.
Oh, wow. And as this is a stereo microphone, I'm hoping that works really nicely. So there we go. So let's get you back in picture again. So some amazing stuff. Now you were saying that you make a lot of products just to bring here, obviously, because you're constantly making and selling.
Yes, yeah, I'm mostly busy with custom orders and things.
Sure.
Build up a little bit of stock before a show like this, so I have some things to show that are
So we were
off the shelf.
we were talking about triangles before and the different types you have. So are they? How do you go about making something like that? I don't want people to go and take your business, obviously, but is there heat involved? Because I know some have curved sides.
Yep. Some of the metals I need to heat treat before I work them.
Yeah.
They all pretty much get a heat treatment after I've worked them.
Yeah.
For some of the thicker triangles, I'll be putting heat into the bends while I'm making them to light it will snap.
Of course.
Just often enough, the ones that produce the best sounds are the ones that are right on the edge that you can't quite bend
Right.
without heating them or without being very
Sure.
careful.
Sure.
Those materials seem to have a richer sound. It's interesting, a bit like cymbals. You overplay
Yeah.
them, they crack
Of
eventually.
course. Yeah.
But they sound good because that's the way the material is to a certain extent.
Yeah. Obviously, you can see the work that's involved in this. Very extravagant. I mean, this in the middle here, was that hand hammered, or how would you go about creating? And we can just see it in the background here.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to go around the back?
Yeah, let's go and have a look around the back. Yeah.
So it's mostly been
There you go.
hammered in or chased in from the back with a punch.
So you've done all that from
I'm
scratch,
like
yeah?
holding a punch and hitting it with a hammer,
Amazing.
moving it around. That's the thing that takes the most time actually, and putting the collar in. That's kind
course.
of hard work.
So how long would something like that take to
suppose
just
that
the
bit.
design? Yeah.
Good question. Probably about a day.
Wow.
A day with some hand cramps.
Yeah.
Rather than holding the punch.
So you're feeling that at the end of the day as well.
Yeah, and you feel like it's like a 4-pound hammer.
Yeah.
Putting this rim in and you're lifting it above your head every stroke.
That's dedication.
So it's a workout.
Absolutely. Well, look, Matt, thanks so much for spending the time with us here at the 30th anniversary of the RNCM Day of Percussion.
Indeed.
So hope it's a successful day for you, and see you next time.
Will do.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.